Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crafting Chemist. Today we are going to be looking at how to make a succulent plant. As you can see, I'm working with a finer green yarn, but any kind works as long as you have a coordinating hook to go along with it. And yeah, so let's get started with our project. Alright, so to start we're going to chain 2 and then single crochet 6 in the second chain from the hook. I like to do this initial row kind of wrapping around the tail in order to help weave it in so that it stays more out of the way for later. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it helps quite a bit. For each of the rows for this project, we are going to start the new row without joining. And so you're going to want a stitch marker to be able to mark where the rows start and stop. And so the second row, we are just going to single crochet 6 stitches around, no increases at all. We'll do that in the next row. For our third row here, we're going to do a single crochet. And then we are going to, in the next stitch, do a basic single crochet increase. And then once that's done, single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we are going to finish the row off by doing another increase in the next stitch and finish the row with a single crochet. There should be a total of 8 stitches in the third row. For our fourth row, we are going to again start with a single crochet, and in the next 2 single crochet stitches we are going to do a increase for both of them. Once that is completed, we are going to do a normal single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then increase for the next 2 stitches, and our last stitch will be just a single crochet. That will bring us up to 12 stitches in the row in total. For rows 5 through 7, we are just going to single crochet around. No increases, no decreases, just simple. Alright, once you have that completed, we are now on row 8, which is going to be the first of 2 decrease rows. And so we are going to start off again with a single crochet in the first space. And then our next stitch, we're going to do a decrease in front loops only over the next 2 stitches. Then we will be single crocheting into the next 4 stitches before doing another decrease of front loops only, and then single crocheting in the last 2 stitches. This will drop us down to 10 stitches in the row in total. And for our last row, we are going to single crochet, then decrease front loops only the next 2 stitches to bring it to 1. We are going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then do 1 more decrease, front loops only, and then single crochet 1 to bring us down to 8. Once you have completed your row, you are then able to fasten off and leave a long tail for fastening to the other leaves in the succulent plant. And so that is how you complete the large leaf. For this project, you will want to make 6, and then once you have made those 6, then you'll be ready to work on the next leaf, which I'll show you next. So for this leaf, this is our medium-sized leaf. You are going to do the first 5 rows the exact same way as your large leaf. And so again, you have your single crochet round, you have your increases, your single crochet for your last one, and then we will, once you have gotten those first 5 rows done, then we'll talk about finishing it off once you get to that point. Alright, so as we are about to begin our decrease rows, we're actually going to decrease in the same manner that we did before. We're going to single crochet in the next 2 spaces, and then do a front loops only decrease in the next 2 openings. Then when you've done that, you're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Again, decrease front loops only, and then single crochet in the last 2, bringing you down to a total of 10 stitches. And then for our 7th and final row, I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch, decrease in front loops only, then I'm going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches, do 1 more decrease of front loops only, and then single crochet in the last stitch in order to get us down to the 8 stitches that we want. Once you have completed that, then you can fasten off and again leave a long tail for sewing. And at this point, you have made a medium-sized leaf, and you're going to want to make a total of 8 of those to finish that size off. Alright, so we are getting started on our smallest leaf now, and so we are going to want to do the same thing as the large leaf for the first 3 rows this time. Alright, so instead of doing our second increase round like we did with the previous sleeves, in order to keep this small, we are just going to do a single crochet row around the whole thing with only our 8 stitches. And once you have done that, we will begin our decrease. And that will be our third leaf. Third size of leaf, I mean. And so for this decrease round, we are just going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. We are going to be then doing our decrease over the next 2 in the front loops only. Once that is completed, you're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Then do 1 more decrease front loops only before you will single crochet for the last time to finish off your leaf. And then for this particular leaf, you are going to want to make 2 of them, so then that will then give you, once you have all those made, you will have enough to be able to assemble your project. So like I mentioned, you're going to have 6 large leaves, you're going to have 8 medium leaves, and 2 small leaves for this project. And for the assembly, I like to set all of my pieces up ahead of time to kind of get an idea of the shape that I want and the layering, how things are going to overlap before I start sewing it, so that just kind of get a feel of the size, shape, orientation that I want these guys in, so that it is easier to be able to, for me to be able to visualize in order to assemble correctly. And so once you have finished with that, you have it how you want it. So as you can see here, I use the medium leaves to create 2 layers, and then I balance the 2 smallest on top. And so I like to use a metal darning needle in order to use the long tails to assemble it. And whatever is the most comfortable for you to assemble is up to you, to be able to just sew the various pieces together into the shape that you want. once you get it all situated, all fluffed up how you want it, that is how you make your succulent. And so stay tuned for a part 2 of how I make a pot in order to do my final assembly of my succulent pot and soil to have your finished project. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to my next video. Bye!